What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are continuing on with Carnage Reigns Part 3 with Carnage issue number 13. And most recently, what we had seen is Spider-Man aka Miles Morales. He was able to cross paths with Cletus Kasady. Cletus Kasady, who has the Extremis symbiote. Half symbiote, half Tony Stark technology. And while Cletus was injured in this battle, the arc reactor in his chest had been damaged. Miles and the Cape Killers, as they call themselves, they got their butts freaking kicked. And with Cletus being able to create kind of clones of himself, he was able to sneak away. And now he prepares for round 2. So make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so we are picking up with Kenneth Neely and Cletus Kasady. And Cletus Kasady is having to admit that when he took this iron symbiote from Tony Stark, he did this to really just prove a point. He really wasn't interested on how it works, how it operates, what it can do. At the time, he and Carnage were still kinda kicking it together. But now, he is learning that this thing has so many possibilities. Kenneth wants to know what we're gonna do next. What are they gonna do about Carnage? But Cletus lets us know that that is gonna have to wait. Right now, he's a little bit banged up. When Spider-Man had zapped him, he did something to the Iron Man tech inside of his body. He must have fried it somehow. And so now he can feel it cooking him from the inside. He knows that he needs to get this fixed. And he knows that there is only one place that you go to fix Stark tech. And so as they take off, we pick up elsewhere. We pick up with Carnage and John Shade. We see that John Shade's head is wide open, his brain exposed. John Shade hasn't embraced being connected to Carnage. He is trying to enable it to where John Shade and him have a more perfect union. And while John Shade says that he is going to fight him, no matter what he does, even while they are in transit in the small crawl space between children's closets and every dark thought that has ever been had, John Shade is going to fight against him. But Carnage doesn't seem too concerned about this, because the more that he fights, the sooner he will break. And so while Carnage is off doing all of this, we take off to Stark Unlimited HQ. We have Kenneth and we have Cletus Kasady that are showing up, killing a security guard right off the bat. He begins to talk to the robot scientists, as he calls them. He wants to know, where is Tony Stark? But they let it be known that he's no longer running the company. So he goes to the nearest scientist. He lets them know that he needs help with whatever is going on in his chest. The scientist absolutely stunned because this is repulsor technology. Cletus Kasady has no idea what that means. He just knows that there's something broken and it needs to be fixed. Now this guy says there is no way he could fix it, and instantly gets incinerated. That's when Kasady points over to the Stark Sentinel, that if you guys can't sit here and fix this, if you can't repair it, then we should just replace it. Replace it with the Stark Sentinel. Now over in Brooklyn, we have the Cape Killers that are really regrouping. Miles took one hell of a beating. Scorpion is coming in to check on him, with them getting word of where Cletus is. They patch him up, he suits up, and they head out to take him down. They head out for round 2. Back at Stark Unlimited, we see that Cletus Kasady has taken on the full form of one of these Stark Sentinels. He has turned himself into a Cletus Kaiju. Recognizing that these scientists could easily screw him over, he wants someone, anybody, to make sure that he has protection. When he talks to Kenneth about doing this, Kenneth has no weapon and one hand. Cletus recognizes this to be a fact, and so he decides to give him a glow-up, taking a whole bunch of armor that is nearby, infusing it onto Kenneth's body, along with it, a little bit of symbiote. And while Kenneth thinks it is finally happening, I am finally bonding and becoming what I have always wanted to be. Kenneth is not in control. Cletus Kasady is in control. He is using him as a drone, because Cletus only trusts one person, and that is himself. This is where we have the speedster Hightail coming in. The Cape Killers have arrived, and so while the Kenneth symbiote, it goes to take care of this girl, we have the arrival of Taskmaster. And Taskmaster, he also gets put down very quickly. Then we have the arrival of the rest of the team, Electro, Spider-Man, and Scorpion. He tells these scientists to hurry up, and that he wants access. He wants hearts and minds. He wants to be able to look at their phones at everybody. He wants everybody to be able to see him. And so while this Kenneth symbiote is currently taking care, or at least getting beat up by the Cape Killers, we see Electro trying to use electricity only for Cletus to throw armor all over her body, and she electrocutes herself. But Scorpion comes in with a heavy blow to Kenneth. We see Kenneth shot right out of this freaking building as he goes falling like 100 stories. They go to focus their attention on Cletus, but he is already too late. And when Miles goes in to do his punch, it fails. It does not work. And now Cletus Kasady, he can feel the whole building, the whole city, buzzing in the wires, the back door to everything. This entire city is about to be his. One of the scientists says that he isolated the old escape backbone so he couldn't infect any other carriers, but he's still gonna be able to reach so many people. What is happening is that Cletus Kasady is online. He has injected himself into the building's learning neural network. From there, he can freely spread throughout any of Tony Stark's escape systems. Every host, every wire. We saw what he was able to do with Kenneth, turn him into a lethal puppet. And now he is about to do the same to the entire city. And after that, Carnage will reign. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Another quick issue, but definitely moving the plot forward for us. Now we see that Carnage is kind of biding his time. He's not in a big hurry to go do whatever it is he is planning to do. Now we already kind of know that that has to do with Noel. We don't know if he's trying to go back in time. We don't know why he needs John Shade so badly. But he is working with great effort to break the man. Maybe he sees something in him that we have yet to see, and so too preoccupied to know what is going on with Cletus. Cletus has turned himself into the living city. He has turned himself into a Cletus kaiju. He has connected himself to everything, and now he is damn near unstoppable. Now on that last page, we did see Flash Thompson, at least the name Flash Thompson. So we can only assume that Anti-Venom will be showing his face, hopefully in the near future. We haven't seen him in quite a while, not since he had helped take down the Life Foundation and put Carnage on the run. Now he's had momentary spots here and there, but that's the last time we saw him really in full effect. It will be quite interesting to see Cletus and Carnage finally meet up again. My only question is, how is that confrontation gonna go? Are they gonna decide that they should finally be back together? Are they too toxic in a relationship? They're trying to push each other away, but the inevitable truth is that they will be together, that they will bond together. Only time is going to tell, but it's going to be quite interesting to see where we land on the other side, because the summer of symbiotes has only just begun. So let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get completely caught up on everything going on with this story, be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on Carnage Reigns. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership, much like Patreon having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you are unable to do that, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.